Microsoft generates over $200 billion annually, a figure that shocks even industry experts. From a tiny garage to global dominance, the story starts with two young visionaries, Bill Gates and Paul Allen. Fueled by passion, they saw computers not as tools but kingdoms. Imagine starting with nothing but an idea. No office, no staff, just pure ambition. In 1975, they created a basic interpreter. For the Altair 8800, a tiny machine, the world had no clue, yet destiny waited. Early Microsoft work culture was intense. Employees coded day and night without breaks, weekends were optional, sleep was a luxury. Bill Gates himself would debug code at midnight. They believed success demanded obsession, not balance. Microsoft faced early competitors who mocked them. Netscape, Apple, and even IBM questioned their moves. But Gates had a strategy that was ruthless. Embrace, extend, extinguish became their silent mantra. Some called it genius, others called it bullying. By the 1980s, Microsoft signed a deal with IBM. They provided MS-DOS, an operating system crucial. This deal changed the tech landscape forever. The small garage company was now a giant. But with growth came controversies that would haunt. Microsoft's name was originally Microsoft, reflecting their mission. Microcomputer software. A simple name for a complicated empire. Even early logos looked amateurish and awkward. Yet their products slowly started dominating markets. In the 1990s, Windows 3.0 turned the tide. Suddenly, personal computing was accessible to everyone. Microsoft became synonymous with the PC experience. But with fame came lawsuits that shocked the world. U.S. government accused them of monopolistic practices. Internet Explorer bundled with Windows drew criticism. Competitors like Netscape struggled to survive. Microsoft was accused of crushing innovation ruthlessly. Public opinion was split between admiration and fear. Some even called Microsoft the tech industry bully. Windows was not flawless. Shocking failures existed. Vista release in 2007 frustrated millions globally. Slow performance, bugs, and incompatibilities tarnished reputation. Yet Microsoft learned, adapted, and returned stronger. They survived controversies, legal battles, and public outrage. Bill Gates' wealth alone became a headline sensation. From dorm room dropout to multi-billionaire genius, by 2026, his net worth surpassed $120 billion. A living testament that small beginnings can explode. But behind the success, controversial practices shaped growth. By the late 1990s, Microsoft faced legal storms. The U.S. government accused them of monopolistic practices. They bundled Internet Explorer with Windows aggressively. Competitors cried foul, claiming the company crushed innovation. A massive antitrust lawsuit shook the tech industry. Bill Gates testified, defending his empire's strategies. Some argued Microsoft was a visionary genius. Others screamed bullying, unfair domination, fear spread. Courts forced restrictions, changing how Microsoft operated, yet the company survived. Adapting cleverly every time. Security flaws haunted Windows throughout the early 2000s. Hackers exploited weaknesses, spreading viruses and malware. Millions of users faced frustration, loss, and panic. Microsoft scrambled, releasing patches, updates, and fixes. The software giant realized dominance required responsibility. Windows Vista was another shocking disappointment. Users complained about sluggish speed and compatibility. Even loyal fans questioned Microsoft's decision-making, but lessons learned fueled future successes. Windows 7, a comeback that re-established their authority globally. Microsoft's aggressive culture had internal controversies too. Employees worked extreme hours. Pressure often felt unbearable. Reports claimed toxic competitiveness inside early offices. Dreams thrived, but only for those who endured. This extreme environment built legends, but burnt many. Humor alert. Imagine coding at 2 a.m. daily, with pizza boxes as your main dining companions. Gates and Allen laughed, cried, and coded obsessively. Risk, passion, obsession, controversy. All ingredients mixed perfectly. This blend forged an empire admired and feared. They fought intellectual property battles aggressively worldwide. Patent lawsuits targeted both rivals and smaller startups. Some startups could not survive Microsoft's legal pressure. Yet these controversies cemented Microsoft's market dominance. Controversial or not, power and influence grew exponentially. Despite criticism, Microsoft continued innovating relentlessly. Office Suite, Windows updates, cloud services exploded globally. Azure became a backbone for enterprises everywhere. Even skeptics had to acknowledge Microsoft's unstoppable expansion. Fear and respect walked hand in hand across industries. In 2020s, privacy concerns raised new debates. Windows 10 and 11 collected user data extensively. Critics warned privacy could be compromised globally. Microsoft insisted on transparency, yet scrutiny persisted. Controversy followed, proving giants cannot escape attention. Shocking fact, Microsoft now operates in almost every country. From gaming to cloud computing, they dominate multiple sectors. Xbox, LinkedIn, GitHub acquisitions increased global footprint massively. Billions rely on Microsoft software, services, and platforms daily, an empire that grew from a garage to omnipresence. Let's pause. Consider the audacity of these moves. Would you risk lawsuits, public backlash, and burnout? Just to dominate your chosen industry completely, Microsoft did, and the world still watches in awe. Controversy and brilliance often travel side by side. Today, Microsoft is a global tech powerhouse. From software to gaming, cloud, and AI, Azure dominates enterprise cloud services worldwide. LinkedIn connects millions professionally every single day. Xbox consoles entertain and revolutionize gaming experiences. Shocking fact, GitHub hosts millions of developers' code. Microsoft quietly controls critical parts of the internet. Even skeptics cannot deny their modern influence. From Windows to AI tools, they shape industries. Fear and respect for Microsoft exist everywhere. Bill Gates stepped down, yet legacy remains strong. Satya Nadella transformed culture into innovation-focused. Cloud-first strategy boosted revenue to unprecedented heights. Profits soared, surpassing $200 billion annually. Controversies linger, but resilience defines Microsoft's journey. They invest in AI, quantum computing, and cybersecurity, shaping the future while learning from past mistakes. The lessons of obsession, risk, and relentless execution show us how vision, power, and strategy intersect. Controversy can coexist with success and global dominance. Imagine starting small, coding in a garage, facing lawsuits, failures, and public scrutiny simultaneously, yet rising to shape the modern tech universe. Microsoft teaches audacity, strategy, and calculated risk. Shocking, inspiring, and sometimes frightening at the same time. Humor break. Would you debug code at midnight? For years, risking sleep, sanity, and social life, yet these were daily routines for Microsoft's founders. Obsession created an empire and controversies fueled growth. Power comes at a cost, and risk rewards massively. Now, let's connect lessons to your own journey. Small beginnings can explode with vision and effort. Risk smartly, innovate relentlessly, learn from failures. Controversy may follow, but boldness builds empires. Microsoft proves one idea can change the entire world. So here's your call to action. Think bigger, act faster, and embrace calculated risks. Like Gates and Allen, transform ideas into reality. Study strategies. Learn from controversies. Apply knowledge daily. Your journey starts today. The world is watching. Remember, success is rarely simple or safe. Controversy, failure, and criticism are part of growth. Microsoft mastered every obstacle, rising stronger every time. Your path can mirror this audacity and brilliance. Take action now, because waiting only delays destiny.